In this video, I'm going to talk about the 4 stages of team growth or business growth that everyone goes through on their journey. And most people, they get stuck in stage 3 and they can't break through to stage 4. But the first stage that we all start out in is the startup phase. And the startup phase is when the team is small, but there's a lot of energy. Everyone does everything. People wear multiple hats. The founder is typically the business, or the business owner, they're the business. And even on a team, even when a team is small, maybe that team leader, they are the team. And decisions flow really quickly and easily in the startup phase. And the startup phase feels really exciting. It can feel scrappy, and it can feel like anything is possible, because it typically is. When you're small, anything is possible. But as you go into stage 2, you're entering into the growth phase. And the growth phase is where revenue's climbing, you're hiring, you're maybe hiring fast, there's no time to really train people properly. You're just getting people in to help you get the thing done because things are happening. And the founder at this point, they're still the main decision maker in everything. And what this feels like in stage 2 is that we're winning, but we're starting to get exhausted. And that is the beginning of entering into stage 3. And this is where people get stuck, and most people never get out of it. And stage 3 is the chaos stage. And the chaos stage is where things start breaking. You have employees or good people, they start to leave. Communication just falls apart. The founder starts to become the bottleneck, or the person in charge of the team, they're the bottleneck. And you end up spending more hours and have less progress in the chaos stage. In the chaos stage, it feels like, I don't know if I can keep on doing this. And this is where most people get stuck. And it's at the chaos stage where business owners and team leaders, they hit their head on the invisible ceiling called the pain line. And they can't break through that pain line. And what the pain line is that the business has grown so much that there's so many problems that it's painful. And what they do is, instead of changing, they try to continue to do more of what they've been doing, and things start to fall apart, and people start to leave. And so the business starts to shrink. And if change doesn't happen, the business will shrink back down to a size that is comfortable again for the business owner. And then it grows back up again until they hit that pain line and it stops growing. That's the chaos stage. And the chaos stage isn't a dead end. It's just a signal. And what it's signaling is that what got you to this place, what got you to this size, what got you to this revenue, what got you to this success, it won't get you to where you need to go. It won't get you to break through. But the leaders who can break through, the businesses that can break through, what they do differently is not how they work, it's how they lead. That is the difference. And how they lead is they start leading, and that takes them into the stage 4, the scale stage, or the duplication or the multiplication stage, to where things are running without you. And they're running the business, the team is running on systems. And leaders start to lead their own team. It's not all dependent upon you as the founder or the business owner, or you as the team leader. And when that starts to happen, when the business is running without you, when the business is running without your team, you now have something that is sustainable, and it doesn't need you to be there to work. And you get to work on the business, not in the business. And working on the business is about doing things that are important but aren't urgent. And this is a big reason why people don't get out of the chaos stage into the scale stage is because they're stuck in dealing with things that are urgent because they haven't done 5 things that I'm going to talk about next. But they just keep getting sidetracked, putting out fires, dealing with people issues, doing things themselves. They haven't incorporated their team to help them out. And this impacts their freedom. But when you get into scale, you're going to experience freedom and you're going to experience impact, and they can coexist together. And if you're a business owner and founder, you probably started the business so that you could get to a point where you have freedom, you have financial freedom, you have more time, you can have an impact on people. But to experience that is going to require you to lead differently. And when you're in the stage 4 of scale, it feels like, and it's done right, it feels like this is what I was created for. This is what I was built to do. And how do you get to stage 4 at scale? How can you do that? It's through these 5 things. Remember what I said, that invisible pain line? When you hit that pain line, you have to start leading differently. And this is what you do. The first thing you do is you have to start hiring. If you haven't already, you have to start hiring for culture fit. You can't just hire people that know how to do something. You need to hire the right people. And the right people, they're a fit for culture. So you have to identify what your culture is. You have to be able to know 4 to 7 words of what makes your company's culture unique. And then you hire people who have those traits and behaviors and core values, because the right people can be trained to do the skills needed. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to document everything. If your processes live in somebody's head and they're not written down, they're not duplicatable, then you're going to have an issue, because if that person leaves, there goes your documentation. There goes how to do it. There goes all the experience. There goes a way that can't be duplicated anymore because it's gone. So you have to document things. The third thing is you have to delegate outcomes and not just tasks. When you're starting out, you're just kind of throwing out tasks. Hey, do this, do that. And that is normal when you're in the startup phase and you're in the growth stage. But as you get into that chaos and get into scale, you as the leader, you as the founder, you as the team leader, you have to delegate what the outcome is. What does a good job look like? And that's what you're setting the vision for that team. You're not telling them what to do. You're not giving them tasks to do. You're giving them a vision of what good looks like. And you let your team figure out the tasks that need to be done. And that's the third thing, which is tied into the fourth thing, which is building leaders, not followers. You need to have employees, or you need to have help that are actually leaders. You have to build up leaders who can help lead and delegate tasks and get things done based on the outcomes that you're giving them. And you then have leaders that can delegate those outcomes to their teams that get done, to where everything is not revolved around one person, it's not revolved around you. And that is how companies scale. That's how teams scale. And the fifth thing is it's scale. You have to protect your time. As the leader and the founder, your job is to deal with the important things, not the urgent things. If you're constantly dealing with urgent things, if you're constantly being pulled back in to the day-to-day, putting out fires, you're not getting to the truly important things that only you can do as the leader and as the founder, which is the vision of the company. It's setting direction. It's working on strategy. It's not working on the day-to-day. This is why most people, they never get out of stage 3, the chaos stage, because this all takes a completely different mindset and a different skill set and a different tool set to get these results of hiring and documenting and delegating outcomes and building up leaders. And those 5 things are really how you scale. And what I've done is I've created an assessment, and the link is in the description. It's free. If you're looking to see how you can break through out of chaos, maybe you're in the startup phase and you're trying to get to 2. Maybe you're in the growth stage and you're approaching that chaos stage, or maybe you're living in chaos stage. Maybe you keep bumping your head on that pain line. Well, I've got an assessment that was created. It's 20 questions, and it'll help you out. You answer those questions, and it's going to give you where you can focus on to help get you out of chaos and into scale. And it's not only going to help you what to focus on, it's going to give you some examples of some tools that you can use to put that into practice. So I appreciate you watching this. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.